Hey, this is Jim from Numeratus, and today I want to talk about mistakes you can make when structuring your business, as well as how to realign that structure. As we all know, nothing in life is one size fits all, and this holds true for trusts and businesses. Saying it's easy, all you have to do is move your LLC into a living revocable trust and you will be fine, is not always true. It's a good idea to have an investment LLC placed in a living revocable trust, but not necessarily a high liability type of business. Something like real estate development or medical practices. If your business is subject to lawsuits or liens, an irrevocable trust may be better. If your business has multiple members, a trust may not be right at all. Hopefully I can explain this better by going through some examples. First example, setting up a nonprofit but using funds for non-charitable purposes. When you're a nonprofit, you're dealing with restricted funds, meaning that when people donate to your business, they determine what those funds are to be used for. So if you're running a soup kitchen and the funds are restricted to purchasing food for the kitchen, but you use those funds for expanding the location, that is a red flag for the IRS, and you are not in a good spot. So the entity was created to do good, and you are indeed doing good. You're expanding the location to serve more people, but that's not what those funds were meant for. Maybe a different type of entity would serve you better and keep you out of trouble with the IRS. Maybe you started the business to do charity work, but now it is morphed into a different type of animal. This will require realignment, which I will discuss later in the video. Let's try another one with a nonprofit. You created a nonprofit entity and it is taken off. So you started paying yourself based on your excellent performance. Well, that's not good because nonprofits require you to be paid a reasonable salary that is not excessive. And the board of directors needs to make that decision. So in this case, a mistake has definitely been made upon setup. Some realignment needs to be done. Next mistake, naming your LLC and trust with your family name. Here's an example. My last name is Weatherjoy, and I created a single member LLC with the name of Weatherjoy's Widgets. And then I moved that LLC into the Weatherjoy Living Trust. Now in the course of running my business, I get sued. The problem here is that my name is unique enough that the lawyer suing me can do a quick internet search and find me, my personal residence, my LLC, and my trust. Essentially, all of my assets are easily found, so they can all be named in the lawsuit. What would be a better plan upon setting up the entity structure would be to name it and the trust something unique but far removed from my last name. Something like the Sunrise Sunset LLC or Trust. Maybe add in a DBA for the LLC. This keeps myself, my trust, and my LLC separate and adds a layer of privacy protection. Staying on trust mistakes. Using the wrong trust type for asset protection. Here we go. You're running a construction business that is set up as a single member LLC, and that LLC is held in a living revocable trust. The trust is meant to ensure your privacy and protect your assets. However, the construction company is sued often, whether it be by slip and falls, suppliers, or most likely the companies you're doing the construction for. Well, the opposing lawyers are going to do their research and find your trust, name it in the lawsuit, and during the court proceedings, the lawyers are going to scrutinize your business structure. They will use whatever they can find to pierce the trust and get those additional assets. In a revocable trust, the courts view those assets as yours, and if your bookkeeping is not airtight, the court could rule that you must revoke the trust to satisfy the judgment. In this case, an irrevocable trust would be a better option. Once you move your assets into an irrevocable trust, you surrender ownership of those assets. This keeps those assets from being used to satisfy judgments. So I run a construction business, I move my home into an irrevocable trust, and I have life rights to the home. That trust is not revocable. I cannot have the home liquidated to satisfy that judgment. The opposing side will have to settle for my insurance and assets under my LLC only. That's a small differentiation that makes a big difference. Last example. This should be an easy one. My business partner and I created an LLC. The business was a great idea and is taking off, but we have not been building credit with the bank as fast as the business has been growing. So we can't get the funding we need from the bank to expand the way we want to. We want to raise capital, and offering shares of stock would be great, but we're not set up as a corporation. We're an LLC. So we made the mistake, through no fault of our own, when creating the entity. This example brings me to my next point, realignment strategies. You can make changes to these entities with the proper guidance, and that includes reporting, lots of paperwork, and a clear understanding of where the business is now and where you want it to be in the future. If you book a call with Numeratus, we can review your business structure, help you develop a strategy that will identify where you are and assist you with where you want to go. We can also help you with all of the paperwork involved. Just from the examples I used in this video, we're talking about closing LLCs, opening new ones, planning proper trust structures, including unique names, and even layering in insurance to cover any gaps. We also have set up a community at numeratus.org where like-minded individuals can discuss these different strategies. Let us help with financial and compliance issues so that you can focus on the work that makes your business earn money. Thank you for watching. I'm Jim.